weird looking at a phone, not people. Okay. Welcome to Church of Fayetteville. Although it's not called that anymore, it originally was in 1812 when we used to meet up at the courthouse up on the square. The first building actually wasn't built until 1825 when Mr. John Bright donated the land for the church and the cemetery. The building was completed in 1832, but was unfortunately destroyed by a tornado in 1851. The church was rebuilt in 1854. They used poplar timbers and bricks that were made right here on the site. The same bricks were used for the Reverend Stove house up the street. They also built a huge chapel on the church that for some reason was torn down 10 years later. We still don't know to this day why, but we know that it took a lot of oxen and mules and able-bodied men to bring the steeple down. In 1980, the church was hit by another tornado. However, the masonry was so well done that the repairs didn't take near as long as they did before. The steps of the church were added on in 1917, and it added 12 feet to the church. It used to have 2 columns, and it went to 4 columns. So Fayetteville was occupied by the Union soldiers. This sanctuary served as the hospital for the soldiers. And it's rumored that underneath the carpet, there are still bloodstains on the wood floors. The stained glass windows in this church were provided by the ladies of the church and placed in 1910. At each of the bottom of the windows are names of prominent congregation members. Some of their families still are members here at this church. The organ behind me was placed in 1917, and it was also funded by the ladies of the church. It was from Pennsylvania, and the pulpit of the church had to be completely restructured around the organ. The organ is still serviced yearly by a specialist, and also the sanctuary has to maintain a specific temperature for the organ specifically. Thank you so much for coming.